My cleaning department let me down. I was putting your lots together and I've just seen I haven't cleaned these bits. Oops! Back to the cleaning department very quickly and I'll put these back together for you to put up. So with Carol, everything goes gold, as we know. So she's taken the door furniture that we got back from Roger, and wow, now that with the sun on it is gold. That is impressive. So we'll finish those off. These are simple jobs we can do while we're having our little, well, not little, but our recovery time. And get them back on the doors. I'm just going to go and put the locks all back together, and we can get those on and see how they look this afternoon. Another easy day today, slowly getting back into things. We are on the mend. We did the gold bars, the door furniture, etc. Put that up today, and yes, as you can see, they do look very nice. The only thing that will change on there is there will not be a white door handle. We don't have a handle at the moment, so again, on the lookout for that. Something about finding doorknobs, we just don't have any luck at the moment. Same on this one. That's all finished off. It's nice to be able to properly now shut the doors. In fact, literally click, unlike before. Carol sat down on the job again. Probably the best thing. Just putting a base coat down, are you?
Yeah.
And then what happens, or you're still deciding?
Put a glaze on.
Okay. Well, that's nice. So I'm quite looking forward to sitting in here this evening with dinner. Care of Fee and Neil again. And Carol's also been doing the outside of the mirror frame. Is that the last coat, darling, you've done on that before you put your foil?
Yes.
Yeah, looks really nice even without that, doesn't it? But yeah, I know that when you put the gold foil on there, that's gonna absolutely shout. No, take it easy day. So one of the rooms we want to clear out, which is inside the coach house. So these are the new doors I put on, and you come into the main area on the right hand side of the coach house. Has one of these side rooms, which is sort of usual thing, dumping wood in here actually, and a few other things. Bit of a mess, but I think this would be a really good storeroom. So I think Carol's already started looking at the floor, clearing it away, and I can see it looks like there's cobbles underneath actually. So I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to clear this room out, spend a couple of hours just getting this done, and then we can get things from the garden put in here as well for the winter. And then if I feel like I've still got energy, can can start getting back into that utility room. Well, as you can see, started clearing it away. Not getting that far, but the cobbles which I thought here, which I haven't actually properly dug down yet, but it feels like there's cobbles under here, as well as a lot of straw and dirt, etc. On this side, tomates, which I've piled up somewhere in the corner. But these are the same the brick that we took out of the kitchen utility room, and now it's come a bit more obvious. I'm looking around that this is 2 rooms at one point. The evidence you can actually see on the render on the wall. There is a doorway there which on the other side is completely blocked off, but clearly that was the entrance into this room. Wondering if there might have been another entrance out, but no, that's just purely rendered away there. So this was, I don't know, I'm only going to guess, maybe a horse or something that's kept in there, I don't know. But this room I'm working on and putting the tiles up, can see there was an entranceway, it's obviously bricked up now, that went into the centre of the garage, the main where the coach house was. So as I said, this was a completely different room. As I sort of pan round, you can see the sliding door entrance out into the side of the coach house. But anyhow, one of the reasons I stopped is these tomates all over the place. They've clearly risen with the ground moving, etc. So they're not particularly very safe. So I'll get all these removed up anyhow. Although this is just a storeroom, so actually if they're not too loose, even though they're not even, I may just leave them down in that corner, just so, as I said, we can store things in here. That was the main purpose, really. It's just a fill-in job when I'm getting all my energy back. I don't really fancy a utility room working up a 4-metre ladder, not feeling 100%. Now, I think I heard the bells a little while ago, so it's coffee time. Still at it, doing the jigsaw puzzles now, are we?
Yeah, these are what Bethany and I made. There's about 20 of those back in the summer.
God, when Beth was over here, wow.
That was back in June.
Yeah, she actually did some work.
She did.
Wow, how'd you manage that?
Right.
She's going to put a sarcastic comment now, isn't she?
So there's not much of this one left in the middle. So I'm just reshaping this bit, adding that bit there, so that's got to be cut off.
Right. Okay, well, don't overdo it.
Same, likewise.
And, oh, that's better. Actually, I'm going to come and sit down in here for a little while and have a bit of a rest. So you're feeling brave enough to go up a ladder now, are you?
Not really, but... Stopping production.
Work must go on.
These crowns, these scallop shells of fleur-de-lis.
Can we see one close?
Whoa.
Oh dear.
The original ones that came down.
And if you actually looking, I can see you've had to mould them to profile and round. Oh crumbs.
They go around the picture out.
They
So
do?
this one was complete, but the other one I'm still working on.
Right.
And they're going back up.
Okay.
All I want you to tell me is if it's centred or not.
I'm stood poised ready to catch you, just in case. So, oh, if you're going to ask me to do that, I need to stand back a bit. Well, it's very difficult to at the moment.
Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
We can line up with this one here.
Well, that is pretty perfect.
I thought, that's not going anywhere. Unlike me.
So Carol wasn't sure whether to put them up there. And as you can see by the other side, I think it needed it. It really has made, yes, it's made it, definitely.
Let's hope they don't fall down in the middle of the night.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't fall down.
Right, so just digging away at the joists that are obviously come into this wall underneath the radiator in the utility room. It's now even more clear. As expected, they're completely rotten away as they've gone in the wall. So they should sit back. I bring this down, they should go all the way back to the back of there. And they've literally just, it's just pure rot. Same principle in there, although that's been cut, I'm sure, for the radiator. That's a pipe that's been put in there. If I just try and give you an example, this is a whole joist back to here, but you can just see that's the rot of the timber. So, although underneath, if it comes up on camera, you can hear it is solid, and it goes into, well, actually on this beam, quite a way in, it is solid. On this beam here, solid, but can you just see the evidence of the worms, etc., where the beam has been damp? Now it sits on this concrete granite, and that again would extend all the way back to where I've taken this. Now again, it's solid, it is solid, but as I said before in another video, what's the point? Let's just take them out. I'll cut off all the rotten bit and keep the timbers actually. Always good. I mean, Carol used them up in the orchard to make not raised beds, but you remember where we had the potatoes, etc. But again, we'll use these joists somewhere else, I'm sure, because from here back to the other wall, they're solid, they're good. But yeah, I'm going to get all these cleaned out. Where they've actually been putting in the rads, I don't know when they were done, they've just literally just chucked loads of cement in, so I'm slowly having to chip away, get that out so I can get to the pipes, make sure there's no leaks there. With the same scenario here, you can just see all the brick and concrete they've just literally just thrown in there, and I need to really get all that out just in case there's a leak there. I'm not aware of one, but might as well, as it's all open, check it. And then yeah, let's rip these joists out today and see if we can get some new ones in. That's the two rotten beams. The ones I clearly knew were rotten. That back one was right state, but I guess, as I said, it's waterworks there, anything leaking. Yeah, so that one's out, and the next one in as well, which really was rotten as it went into the underneath the radiator. I'm just going to reassess the other ones because the timbers are really good. They are solid here. Now, the end one that goes in, which is, if I walk over there actually, which is this one here, is actually supported better than I thought. And it's quite substantial timber, this one. If I try and show you, and what I mean is, if we took that, I don't know, it's almost 4 fingers, and clearly you can see that is a solid piece of timber. So I'm just going to reassess that before I go ripping it out, because as I come round, they're all solid, and I've had a good look at them now in there, that go into the walls on the inside. So, as I said, I'm gonna, stop for a minute, give some thought. The one that I will have to take out, again, is one that's next to a wall, and clearly there has been a leak, and I still think there is a leak. Actually, I might have to have a quick look at that from the hot water tank. Very slow drip, so there's obviously a joint there somewhere. Whoever put it in, and it's just slowly dripping. Anyhow, let's do that, but I thought I'd just show you what we've done so far. Well, I've called it a wrap for tonight in the utility room. How are you getting on?
I've got mouldings drying out in front of the fire, they're on top of the dehumidifiers.
Lucky you, you've had a fire. I've had nothing, but yeah.
More in the castings. But at the moment, I'm just, the ones that I've finished, I'm using decorator's cork to go around the edges and all the gaps. Because if you see, from down below, you can see all the gaps and it's very unsightly.
Right, yeah.
You go underneath.
Yeah, I am. Don't worry, darling. I got your cue. And you
gaps, see all the gaps?
Well, I can see the gaps, but I would have thought they're meant to be there. I mean,
look
obviously
at this
not.
one. Gaps filled. I learnt my lesson in Bethany's room. When you're down below, you can see all the gaps and it doesn't look very good. So, fill the cracks.
Fill the cracks.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Earlier on, you asked me to give you a dab of washing up liquid. What was that for?
To smooth out the filler into the cracks, because I can't get my finger in there because it's too big. So washing up liquid.
Which is what's in there.
And smooth it in.
Right, Mrs. Clever Clogs.
Tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade.
Yes.
Okay.
That's it for today.
So today, as we all know, has been a moulding day, and you're going to tell me, but you can't see any difference. It's one of those days.
Yep.
So now I've stood back after Carol said, fill the cracks. I can clearly see what she means, so I didn't need to go underneath. I hope everyone else can see this. I'll come and zoom in. Good side. Not so good side. Yeah, you can definitely. So you're going to go round, Carol, and do every single one of those, I'm going to guess.
Yes, while I'm waiting for the mouldings to dry.
Okay. All right, hold on.
We're going out for sparklers and food, yay! With my new hat from Kirk that matches my tassels and my bag. Thank you very much, Kirk.